The next practical is methylene blue reduction time test. It is also called as MBRT, that stands for methylene blue reduction time. This practical is also related to deciding the quality of milk, that is microbiological quality of milk. This means that this spectacle is related to measuring the microbial load present in milk sample. So initially in milk samples there may be presence of microorganisms that are brought or enter into milk while the milk is milked from the milking animal, or as a result of unhygienic practices, the microbial load it may get introduced in raw milk. So the quality of milk is also dependent on the presence of initial load of microorganisms present in raw milk. So this test it measures the microbial load present in raw milk sample. So the aim of this practical is to determine the quality of milk by dye reduction test. So it is a type of dye reduction test. As the name indicates, the dye undergoes reduction. That means dye is reduced. So as the name also indicates that this test is based on the reduction of dye. So there is use of an indicator dye which is susceptible for the changes like oxidation and reduction. So these dyes are called as oxidation reduction dyes. One of such dyes is methylene blue. There are several examples of dyes which are used for such purposes like resazurin. Now, the principle of methylene blue reduction time test. You see that bacteria they grow in milk because milk is a highly nutritious material. It serves as a source of carbon, nitrogen, minerals, etc., and therefore this rich nutrient in presence of oxygen leads to the growth of bacteria in milk. So bacteria once introduced in milk may grow as a result of aerobic respiration, and due to this aerobic respiration the oxidation reduction potential of milk medium it gets reduced to 0.01 volts. That means the reduction potential of the milk it decreases, it increases, and oxidation potential it decreases. So what is this exactly reduction potential? Reduction potential, if you remember, the definition of oxidation is removal of electrons. Definition of reduction is gain of electrons. So when a substance it loses electron, then it undergoes oxidation. Whenever a substance it gains an electron, it undergoes reduction. So this definition is related to loss and gain of electrons. So as a result of metabolism, so whenever any organic compound, say for example glucose, if glucose is metabolized by bacteria, then this glucose is first degraded through glycolysis pathway, that is degradation of glucose as a result of glycolysis. What is this glycolysis? Glycolysis is oxidation of glucose. So organic compounds are oxidized. As a result of oxidation, electrons are released, and as the rate of oxidation increases, the rate of release of electrons it also increases. Therefore, that environment it becomes rich in electrons. So this means that that medium or that milk it gets enriched with electrons. That means that environment is reducing environment. That means the reduction potential of that milk sample in which bacteria are heavily present metabolizing, the reduction potential increases. So in such environment, electron rich environment, if any substance is added, what will happen to that substance? That substance will accept that electron and it will undergo reduction. So if any substance is added to that particular environment, due to the presence of electrons, the compounds get reduced. So this is the test. What we test here is reduction of the substance, and in this test, what is that substance? It is methylene blue. This means that we are using methylene blue as an indicator to check the presence of reducing potential, and reducing potential it is directly proportional to the microbial load. This is the principle. If dye is reduced, it indicates that the microbial load is higher. So the dye incorporated into the medium, it is reduced to colorless form. Now how this dye will indicate the reducing conditions? Initially methylene blue is blue in color under oxidized condition. Whenever it accepts electron, it undergoes reduction, and reduced methylene blue is colorless. So the results are very easily observable. Blue color indicates oxidized condition. Colorless methylene blue, it indicates that methylene blue is reduced, and reduced conditions are the indicators of microbial load. Now another factor is connected to this decolorization, and that is time. The parameter which is added here is time. So the time required for reduction, the time required for reduction, it is directly proportional to the number and kinds of viable bacteria. If the number microbial load is more, the time required for reduction will be less. If the number is less, the time required for reduction will be longer. That is the relationship, and that is the importance of this parameter time. So depending on this, that is the time required for reduction, this time required for reduction parameter, it is useful for the gradation of milk, or we can divide milk into different categories like very good, excellent, good, poor. So it is not that only methylene blue is used. Methylene blue is generally used, but there may be some substitutes which are also these are the dyes which are susceptible, or which can undergo oxidation reduction reactions along with change in color. That is very important. So resazurin, initially it is blue in color. If it is reduced, then it gets converted to pink one. Further reduction, it leads to conversion of pink color to colorless. Likewise, there is one more dye which is not frequently used. It is TTC. 2,3,5 triphenyl tetrazolium. This is about methylene blue. How exactly the reduction of methylene blue takes place? You can see methylene blue, the structure of methylene blue and the color. So in oxidized condition, in presence of oxygen, it is blue colored. When it comes in contact with such agents which are responsible for donation of electrons, so we call them as reducing agents. So these are the examples. So if if methylene blue comes in contact with electron donors, then this will accept the electron from these reducing agents and it will get converted to reduced form. Reduced methylene blue in reduced form is colorless. Now you can see here that here oxidized form and reduced form. That is leucomethylene blue. Now let us see what are the requirements for this practical. First one, it is of course methylene blue, sterile methylene blue. Methylene blue solution is prepared in sterile flask. You see methylene blue is itself having antibacterial properties. So it is diluted to 1s to 30,000 times. So dilution is 1s to 30,000 times. Methylene blue indicator, it is prepared in as aqueous solution. That means it is prepared in water. Then sterile screw cap tubes. Here it is not mentioned. Sterile is not mentioned here, but you need to write here sterile screw cap tubes. Now why cap tubes? Because to prevent the entry of oxygen. If oxygen is entering in a tube, then methylene blue will remain blue colored. So screw cap tubes. Then pasteurized milk sample. Then test milk sample and raw milk sample. Now you see pasteurized milk sample, here you need to add one more raw milk sample. So pasteurized milk sample, it will be useful for the preparation of negative control, and raw milk sample will be useful for the preparation of positive control. And then this is test milk sample. Followed by that, what we need for incubation is water bath, which is adjusted at 37 degrees Celsius. Remember, water bath is useful for the incubation of liquid media at a desirable temperature. Here in this case, incubator is not used. It is water bath. Then the procedure. Very simple. We need to have 3 tubes, sterile screw cap tubes, in which there is addition of 9 ml of milk samples. As you see here, these are the 3 tubes. The first tube is negative control, second tube is test, and third tube is positive control. So all according to their labels. In this first tube, which represents negative control, there is addition of 9 ml of pasteurized milk or boiled milk. Then in this second tube, which is a test milk sample, there is addition of 9 ml of test milk sample. In third tube, which represents positive control, there is addition of 9 ml of raw milk sample. After that, aseptically, there is addition of 1 ml of methylene blue solution. So 1 ml is added here aseptically here, and here. So in all these tubes 1 ml of methylene blue is added. So these are these three tubes. First tube is negative control, which contains pasteurized milk. Second tube is test milk, and third tube is positive control that contains raw milk. Then there is addition of 1 ml. Then these tubes are mixed properly and they are transferred to water bath, which is adjusted at 37 degrees Celsius temperature. These tubes are incubated for minimum half an hour, and then we start recording the change in the color. So we can call this test as half hour methylene blue reduction time test for immediate readings. Now, how do we read the results? So these are the three tubes. Tube number 1 contains pasteurized milk plus methylene blue. Tube number 2 contains milk sample with methylene blue. Tube number 3 contains raw milk plus methylene blue. After incubation for half an hour, if you get this kind of result, that there is no decolorization in test milk sample after half an hour, so we can say that the microbial load is low and therefore the quality of milk is good. We can read the results like this way. So negative control, first one, then test milk sample and raw milk sample. So here what we see is the test milk sample, it is decolorized. I'm telling you the results after half an hour. So if within half an hour the milk, the methylene blue is decolorized, so it indicates that the microbial load in this milk sample is too high, and therefore the quality of milk, we can say the quality of milk is very poor. So we need to observe the result. Now say for example, if I go back, to these results again, so after half an hour it is showing no decolorization. Then in that case we need to wait for another half an hour. If it remains colored one, again then we need to record the readings for next half an hour. So till it we need to record the color till 5 hours if it remains colored one. So even after 5 hours the color doesn't change, it indicates that the microbial load is very negligible and therefore the quality of milk is excellent. So what is there? If within half an hour the color is gone, the quality of milk is very poor. But after 5 hours again the color stays, it is blue, it indicates that the milk is of excellent quality. So that is the parameter. These are the standard values that we follow, that is the time required for decolorization. So if time is 5 hours or more, then the quality of milk is excellent. If the time is 3 to 4 hours, then the quality is good. If it is, if the time of decolorization is 1 to 2 hours, the quality is fair, and if it is less than half an hour, the quality of milk is very poor. That is how the results are read. So there is another test which is not there in your syllabus, but I am telling you this is just for your information, that Risazurin is another indicator dye which is used. So the principle is same. Initially the color of this Risazurin is blue. If it is reduced, it gets converted to pink and colorless one. So even if it gets converted to pink, it indicates reduction. Even it gets converted to colorless, it indicates reduction. So this pink and colorless, these are the two stages. So if the microbial load is moderate, then the reduction happens and the color changes to pink. If the load of microorganisms is more, it gets converted to colorless one. So there is a chart that shows the extent of decolorization. So this resazurin, it gets converted from blue to several shades. So these shades may be taken as a parameter to decide the quality of milk. So you can see if it is white at the bottom, it indicates that the quality is poor, and if it is in between, then there are several parameters. If it remains blue, then the quality is excellent.